Hi, how are you? Um, I'm not expecting, as again in my other videos, 500,000 viewers or followers, because what I say is probably not what majority of people think. When I talk about the planet is in a mess and in danger, we are half a centigrade from a catastrophic situation that climate change will accelerate, and even 0.4 degrees warmer is 0.3 degrees warmer is seriously bad. I don't think you need to, I don't think you need more than David Attenborough's documentary on extinction to know the damage that we are doing to habitats, and a lot of them humans won't survive without. That is the real reality. We get into the point there's more carbon emission than oxygen. Deforestation. Humans rely on rainforests to live, not just the clouds. And wildfires. In people, forests and rainforests around the world rely on this important source for existence. Now it's all well messing around people's travel plans by putting them in green and amber states when this country's probably had worse amount of cases than some of these other countries, just because you want to put your country first and be nationalist. But let's be more logic, common sense and decent, and show we've got a bit of intelligence, because people have got family in Europe who are from this country, and I don't want to be political, but you want someone pro-Brexit and your neighbour has got a relative in that country, why should they come back? If they love it there, then let them be there. If a close mate. But the reality I want to put out now is this, as simple as this. All air travel's bad. If everyone was encouraged to go by road and boat or train, that's more environmental. We wouldn't have raging rainforests, we wouldn't have hurricanes, sea level rising, droughts, famine, as bad as it's getting. And hurricanes and typhoons and cyclones, they're getting worse. And it's not because just because of nature. It's the impact of humanity and greed and selfishness. That's the reality. Every human with a lot of money who are selfish and couldn't care less about anything else, simply the ones to blame. I always regret getting on a plane to what it'd be doing to the planet. Because I do think about future generations of humans. I think about what we're doing to animals and what we're doing to the planet. So much damage. So much damage. And the thing is, either each human being has a contribution to make to clean their footprint and be decent. So yeah. And another thing is how much you could criticize greedy people or whatever. It's so important right now when we have been in an 18-month pandemic to look out for family, close friends, neighbours, and anyone who you think might need help, or just whatever, just to look out, because we're all grieving in one way or another. All of our lives have been affected by this pandemic, and I just think that you should just right now think about who we judge when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to does this person need a boost of knowing they can't have the same lifestyle and big carbon footprint than before, because as much methane is going into the atmosphere and how much humans will struggle with deforestation, the reality is also that if you just attack all the time, then you're lost cause. But at the same time, there's so many people on this planet, and there's so many YouTubers who need a reality check. And I know a lot of footballers and celebrities and so on probably also. But the reality is, how many people follow these YouTubers, follow their lifestyle of, oh, it's a half an hour walk, let's drive there and get a Big Mac. Oh, let's go on a cheap holiday and use as much unenvironmental things and ways as possible, because I've got 500k, I've got whatever followers. But the reality is simple as this. Unfortunately, if these people can't change, there's no hope in humanity in 200 years. I mean, we'll be struggling, to be honest, in the next 20-25 years. Because what's going to happen is everything is going to crash. Everything is going to crash. Because every economy be impacted by climate change. And that's only contributed by humans destroying the planet. There's going to be a big crash on its way. And it's going to be, to be honest, humans to blame. Humans had a chance. Humanity had a chance. Industrial revolution, first big mistake. Invention of plastic, probably joint first biggest mistake. Nuclear bombs at the end of the Second World War, second massive mistake. And fast food, probably not much behind that. And the thing is, the thing is, mental health is so important, but at the same time, saving the planet is so important. We're on such a critical stage. If you haven't checked the UN report, that's just putting things softly in contrast to the reality. We could be 20 years and it will be needing any way to survive, because everything will crash. Potentially could crash, but most likely will. Economies will collapse, everything will be, there'll be storms hitting the UK 3 or 4 times the power. There'll be bushfires in more of Europe, more of Africa, more of the United States and Canada, more in Australia. There'll be famine, probably double the size of the amount of famine there is in the world right now. There'll be severe floods. There could be another pandemic as bad as this. I might sound out all doom and gloom, but the reality is so big. And if you think of this 18 months of pandemic, think about the pandemics that have been before. The next one could be the most brutal. I'm not going by scientific facts or research or what they project. I'm going by how nature could evolve and how the world could be. And I can't put things in a bright light. I've got to be doom and gloom, because people don't listen to it if you put things too brightly. The brightest light you're going to get is that light. Sometimes people just got to be realistic. I respect science, what they project, what they expect, and what could happen and what will happen. I don't know any more than scientists. I'm just being more realistic, and I'm trying to be hopeful and optimistic. I mean, it's the reality. How unfortunate and terrible it is. I'm not appreciating, I'm not being way. I can put this video out to scare people. No, I don't want to be doing that. Why would I want to do that? We're in such a critical situation. And you know what? They say we could be 1 degree warmer before the end of the century. I think we'd be lucky to be under that before 2075. Trust me, I think we'd be very lucky. It doesn't happen when you've got some world leaders who deny climate change and who promote deforestation. I'm not naming anybody because that's not what I want to do in this video. I'm just saying. And I don't think it's acceptable to do that either. But yeah, it's reality. And do I think we're fucked? Yeah. To be brutal, yeah, we are. What I think the first change should be: reduce the use of plastic, never throw them in a sea or river, put them in, well, recycle them, and try your best. What do I think about fast food? It should be ended. It should be ended straight away. These chains should play their part, but pay for the damage done by putting that money into being green and organic if they want to survive. Otherwise, I couldn't care less about them, if I want to be brutally honest. Okay, I'm ending this video now. I might make another one in a minute. But thanks for watching anyway.